Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll get a look at Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers as they square off with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, we've got two NFC West teams here. Your assessment of the state of the division coming into 2019, is it the Rams to lose?
We saw the changing of the guard with the Rams taking over from Seattle a couple of seasons ago. But Seattle got back in the game pretty fast, didn't they? You remember preseason last year? It was doom and gloom. They ended up in the playoffs. Arizona, they're kind of hitting the reset button. It's San Francisco to keep your eye on. With good health, good drafts, they could be the team that can really contend.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy G led them to a 48-46 thrilling victory in New Orleans in Week 14. Charles, you were there, and Garoppolo 349 and 4 touchdowns.
And what I liked about the game and how they approached it with him, and all teams say the same thing when they play the 49ers. Let's slow down the running game and make Garoppolo beat us. Well, the 49ers attacked with him right out of the gate, letting him throw the football before they got to the running game, and boy, did he respond, and in a big way. And how about the signature drive at the end to lead them to victory? That big 4th and 2 to George Kittle that set up Robbie Gould's game-winning field goal.
Quite a season. You know, people tell me all the time that I look like him, and I don't see it, but it's a big compliment to him, isn't it?
It is, and if I were you, I would go with it each and every time. You'll get the best tables in San Francisco for dinner.
Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Seahawks 49-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And these are the guys we're about to see down on the turf in just a moment.
Joe Staley, the left tackle, one of the most respected players in the league, as well as one of the most talented.
Here we go. 180!
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Now one of the leaders in the Seattle secondary is safety Bradley McDougald. Since the retirement of Cam Chancellor, he's really had to step up and take on a primary role. Excellent against the run, solid in coverage, 2 interceptions in week 1 of 2018 and never looked back.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
That's what I do.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49ers' 33-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 32 on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Wilson will throw again. Rolling to his touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the 49ers again here for their next drive on offense. And San Francisco, as we said, got the win over New Orleans Week 14. That moved them.
What a game.
Did you tell me that was maybe the best game you've ever called at the NFL level?
Well, there's no doubt in my mind at the NFL level. There was a couple college games that were pretty good, that Boise State, Oklahoma, and Appalachian State, Michigan. But as far as an overall game, number one on my list.
And speaking of number one, the victory moved them back into the number one spot in the NFC by virtue of their win in New Orleans, and the Seahawks losing to the Rams in L.A. on Sunday night. And what did you tell me, that 11-2 start is their best start since when?
1997. And not only that, for a West Coast team that has to play some East Coast games, they're 6-1 on the road now. So give them a ton of credit conquering that time zone jinx that many teams have. This is a good football team, and they're looking ahead to the rest of the season and Week 17 in particular, when they go to Seattle, maybe to settle the NFC West title.
And one more nugget, those 11 wins, that's more than the 49ers came up with during the first 2 years of the Shanahan-Lynch era. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run with Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go.
54. Silver.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On second down, a run with Breida. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Handoff to Matt Breida. Cornbread Diggs on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
It's our deal. Hey, it's our house.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Drive coming up here for the Seattle Seahawks, who, Charles, were handed their 3rd loss of the season in Week 14 to the LA Rams, 28-12. That snapped the 5-game winning streak. They didn't have an offensive touchdown in that game. Pass rush was able to collapse the pocket around Russell Wilson, really limited his escape routes. He was sacked 5 times.
And not only that, lost one of his primary big play guys in Rashad Penny, who had really started to come on in this offense. He suffered an ACL injury. That probably is going to end his season. And now that loss puts him a game behind San Francisco in the NFC West. Now they can do something about it if they win out. At Carolina, host Arizona, and then they rematch with the 49ers. And remember, they beat San Francisco in San Francisco, or should I say Santa Clara, and this game could now decide the division.
And more importantly, this most recent defeat to the Rams, that drops them from the number 1 seed to the number 5 seed right now in the NFC. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first.
My 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Now Wilson on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Wilson. That's caught at the 3. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mike 190. Mike 5-4. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, it's Carson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Green 80. 54 Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Danny.
On second down, it's Carson, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson, and that's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
What we got?
This is Carson. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
He's got Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 17 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They run it with Carson. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40.
On the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Switch up, switch up.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft, played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign, 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Seahawks 37-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, San Francisco.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Breida. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Wait,
50. I'm going to come back to you.
From the 22, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Here we go.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And Sanders has got it complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
You got nothing. Slam.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
gold to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 14.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 75 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Garoppolo now. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
Complete to George Kittle. Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
50, He's tired of winning.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State with a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne, 37 yards, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Well, it was 4th down, so there was pressure to begin with, and then you make a one-handed catch like that. What a play.
Just when you thought your blood pressure couldn't get any higher after having called for it on 4th down, you see a one-handed catch being attempted. I'm sure it spiked at that point for all the guys on that side of the field, and instead they get a chance to celebrate. What a tremendous catch, bringing it down for the touchdown.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. That time, a 9-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go.
Wilson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Waiting.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing now is Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk 1st down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Watch the
They run again with Carson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Get ready.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They'll run on first down. Carson, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On second down now. It's Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up the third down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Carson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.